Hi, how are you? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures in the Season of Discovery. Last episode, we slayed some trogs and got to level 12. And today we are going to do a cooking quest. Well, it's a quest that gets us a cooking recipe.
There's never a shortage of empty bellies here in Thelsamar. Kids running in and out, workers from the excavation coming in after a hard day's work. We're famous for our blood sausages. I don't suppose you've ever tried them? No? Well, around here, you've got to work for your meals. And don't think just because you're a fancy adventurer, you'll be any exception. I'll need bear meat, boar intestines for the casings, and spider ichor for spice. You get me some of those and leave the cooking to Vidra.
We have a real infestation problem to the west. Tunnel rat kobolds have moved into the foothills,
Enjoy if you
setting
need.
up dens and fouling our land with their filth.
Pretty nice
we
stuff.
want them eliminated. Hunt them. Bring me
That's a
their
lot of
ears and
stuff.
earn their bounty. You can find tunnel rat kobolds and their dens west of Thelsamar, littered along the mountainside.
All right, well, Touch Me Nancy hooked me up with some gear, guys. Thank you, man. Can we use daggers? Yeah, we have to get the proficiency for that. We'll try to get that today. I wonder where you learned daggers. I think that's in Ironforge. Well, shout out to Touch Me Nancy for hooking me up. Once again. We're going to put this stuff on, guys. Look at that. It's an awesome looking robe. Do we have a one-hander? Yeah, we do. We can use this. Nice. We got to be level 15 to put these bracers on. Yeah, thank you. Once again, Touch Me Nancy, man, hooking me up. Make sure we get all of our ruins back up here. Yeah, thanks once again. This is awesome. I wish I checked the mailbox last episode. That would have helped with the trogs that we were fighting. Chest, got to get Void Plague back up. And there we go. All right. I like the rope. Looks cool. Now let's get some boar intestines, guys. I think these quests shouldn't be as tough as the trogs were. It was fun fighting mobs that were above our level, though. I did die once. I had a couple near-death experiences last episode. The trogs are no joke. Let's also get fine minerals up. And there they are, the tunnel rat vermin. So we need tunnel rat ears. All right, let's do this. Come on, guys, attack them. I hope you guys are doing well today. Doing pretty good. I've been thinking about playing retail again. So maybe we will see another retail playthrough in the future. It's been a while. I haven't leveled a retail character since the beginning of Dragonflight, and we are currently at the end of Dragonflight, so I think it would be kind of interesting to see what the game is like now after at the moment. I don't know what class I'll level, but it'll probably be a class we've never leveled before on the channel. I have not leveled a demon hunter or a monk. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It'll give us a little break from classic. But we'll have a classic Let's Play up on the channel, guys, because I know most people on the channel like the classic playthroughs more, I believe. That's what I assume. Because that's what I usually play. That's one thing I like about classic more than retail is the leveling. I think the leveling is better. a lot of trogs people. This guy's like, I don't know about this. There you go. I'll give you a buff. I think the homunculi are still putting in work over there. I wonder if they killed anybody. This guy could get it. Nice. Deal with this guy. Yeah, well, I'm not too sure what I'm going to play. We'll see. But I do want to try to get another retail playthrough in there before Dragonflight ends. The cool thing about retail is you can kind of just pick which timeline you want to level through. And like you can level in Missa Pandaria timeline, Warlords of Draenor, which is one of my favorites. You know, Legion, Dragon, Battle for Azeroth. After this expansion is done, I assume Dragonflight will be one of those as well. And I'll be honest, it's a playthrough I've already started a long time ago, but I just didn't release it because I didn't believe I had the time to consistently post videos for it. And right now I've kind of just, you know, been doing one video per day. So I want to ramp that up again. So we should see a retail playthrough soon, but we'll still have classic ones going, guys. I'm going to be playing Season of Mastery for quite a while, I think. And then for hardcore, I'm kind of just waiting for them to release solo self-found mode, because that's the real hardcore in my opinion. The only thing that kind of sucks about solo self-found is you can't really do the hardcore dungeons. I think that's a lot of fun. I kind of miss doing that. Wanding's pretty strong. But I do believe the solo self-found style is the, like, you know, proper hardcore journey. You shouldn't really be able to use the auction house. And grouping up for certain quests makes them pretty damn trivial. And the way I died on my warrior, it was just silly, to be honest. It was just, I don't know why I thought that was a good route to go, and I thought I could skip. You have to really be careful in areas where there's patrols, and I think I got unlucky, to be honest. I took a risk, and it didn't work out. It's the thing about hardcore, though. You can play it safe and do everything right for, you know, days of playtime, and then you just do one wrong thing and it's over. Especially on any class where there's no like reset, like aggro reset, like Vanish or Feign Death. Like, I would have died on my rogue so many times my first hardcore playthrough if I didn't have Vanish. Vanish saved my life at least, I'd say, a handful of times, probably over 5 times. I pulled too much stuff and I had to use Vanish. But I still recommend using engineering, though, for hardcore if you don't have an ability like Vanish. Because that almost saved my life. My Hearth almost went off there, but it didn't tank them for long enough. I think I needed a better version of Target Dummy. Should have focused a little bit more on leveling up my engineering and getting the next version of Target Dummy. But it'll be tough solo self-found. If you don't have alchemy, it helps out a lot too. Like those potions, man. They help out quite a bit. So I'm not too sure which profession I'll go. I like alchemy because of not having to worry about grinding for potions, but you know, if you grind for potions and you have engineering, that does help out a lot. Oh, got a chest over here. Let's see what is inside. I've heard a lot of discussion about people debating on like how difficult No Morgon will be. And I think it won't be very difficult at all. I think it'll be a little bit harder than the Black Fathomed Deeps raid was. Means if you get the world buffs and all the buffs for it, it shouldn't be hard at all. But if you go into it without the world buffs and not the best gear, it'll be a challenge. It's mostly what classic raids are like. If you want to make them easier, just get the world buffs and you'll fly right through them. It's kind of a cool way to lower the difficulty. You like go out in the world and, you know, power up your character to take down these like hard raid bosses. Yeah, we probably will give the Gnome Ragon raid a try. Not too sure what I'll play first. It'll either be this priest, or I'll go back on the warlock. And I think we'll 100% have this priest at level 25 by the time, you know, phase 2 comes out. All right, well, we've dealt with quite a few of these tunnel rats. Joining a friend... Hey there, was wondering if you had any interest in joining a friendly guild. We have several groups raiding, and we also assist with leveling. Okay. Well, that's nice. I do have my guild invites turned off at the moment. Just so we don't get the guild spam. But they sound like a friendly guild. They're called Friendly and Chill. There you go. It's in the name. It's tough running a guild, man. It's almost like a part-time job, I think. Like recruiting people. It's a lot of work. And then, like, running the raids. Managing all the loot and all that stuff. Creating a Discord and trying to build a community. Done it a couple times. I don't recommend it unless you got the time to do it. I kind of like just being, you know, free to do it, just to roam around and do what I want to do. I've never been a fan of the you have to be on to raid at this time. I can't ever like stick with that for longer than a year usually. I did it for a while though, in 2023 with Wrath of the Lich King. But that was the main goal of the playthrough, was to slay the Lich King, so I kind of needed to be in a guild for that one. But I do prefer the solo experience. Kind of just, you know, pugging around. But pugging can get annoying after a while. Sometimes it's actually much better to be a part of a guild if you want to raid, right? Because you do get to usually guilds clear raids faster than pugs. But that's not always the case with GDKPs. Some GDKPs are run very well. And they actually do better than majority of guilds, which is kind of cool. And the cool thing about GDKPs is they can kind of just recruit a bunch of people. It's a lot of work. You have to recruit like new people every week and buyers to buy the gear, like from the raid. So that takes a lot of work. I think it's probably even more work than running a guild. But you have the luxury of being able to get new people every week, and you can class stack. And what I mean by class stacking is, say, like the strongest DPS class, for example, in Wrath of Lich King at the moment is Death Knight. So you could stack a bunch of Death Knights and just make the raid pretty damn trivial for the most part. I think Death Knights and Warlocks are the two most coveted classes. And as a GDKP, you can just stack your raid with the best classes, which is kind of cool. And guilds don't really have that luxury because some of their players just don't play those classes, right? And it's not their fault because, you know, at the beginning of, you know, the expansion, those classes were like pretty damn good, and they probably built a comp around that first raid, but things change over time, and people don't really change classes, you know, when every new raid comes out. So that gives GDKPs a little bit of an advantage there. And that's one thing that I like about them, but the problem is being able to join them. You kind of need, like, as a carry, you need to have good gear. So you usually have to be a person that either buys all that gear from the GDKP and then eventually becomes a carry, or you need to be in a guild and then eventually you just start doing GDKPs.
How are you? Safe travels.
And make gold on that character. Because you're not going to be able to come as a carry if your gear isn't good.
Safe travels.
You also have to prove that you're, you know, decent at playing the class as well. You need at least purple parses, I would say, from Warcraft logs. I assume that's not the case, though, with Season of Discovery. I think Season of Discovery, you can easily get into a GDKP as a carry. So I think as long as you've done the raid, like, you're in. And you come prepared with your buffs. Now, I assume there's a lot of class stacking in GDKPs for Season of Discovery as well. Like, probably everybody's stacking warriors and rogues and melee DPS. And then you'll have the odd caster that puts a debuff on a target, like Curse of Recklessness as a warlock. Oh. We might be getting overrun here. I think we'll be okay. Let's throw some dynamite here. The Trogs want revenge. But yeah, I haven't done much raiding in this first phase. I didn't really think Black Fathom Deeps was that fun of a raid, to be honest. And I just wasn't motivated to get the gear because, you know, like, I knew that we were going to, you know, eventually... Oh, we're getting wrecked. Kill these guys? Molecular are putting in work. I just knew that the raid was like, well, the phase was going to end, right? So the gear becomes pretty much obsolete once phase 2 comes out. I assume there will be a couple epic pieces that might carry over, but I'll be surprised if any loot is considered to be, you know, best in slot from BFD in phase 2. I could have joined a couple GDKPs to make gold, but I just wasn't really interested in that either. Just more interested in just the leveling and checking out the new abilities that they're putting into the game. I think that's like the best part of Season of Discovery, to be honest. It's a mod kill on this guy. Need one more year. I wonder if we'll be able to solo Hogger on this priest. I hope so. We should be able to. I think the homunculi can tank him. And there we go. We have all of the tunnel rat ears. Now it is just for... Just have to collect cooking supplies. Shouldn't be too bad. We haven't gotten any yet, I don't believe, though. So we haven't been too lucky. I don't really know how many mobs we've slain so far. I think only a few. We should hit level 13 today. Which means we'll get another rank of wand specialization. We're almost fully maxed out that talent. One thing I've noticed with this new gear, we haven't really had many mana issues, which is kind of cool. Goes to show you how much gear makes the difference, especially at the low levels. Inventory's full again already. Sure, having inventory issues. So we'll start using these. We'll get rid of this. That should free up a little bit of space. We really just need space for the bear meat and then the boar intestines. There we go. I think we had some bear meat here on this mob. We just didn't have the space. We have a lot of linen cloth. Going to be doing quite a bit of bandage crafting when we get to town. Get rid of this. There we go, we leveled up. Level 13. Now we have 4 out of 5 wand specialization. Increases the damage of our wands by 20%. Alright, so we just need one more spider ichor. And then we just, and a bunch of boar intestines. I wonder if we should buy a better wand when we get back to the Ironforge. Alright, there we go. When it rains, it pours. We're getting all the materials now. Or should I say ingredients? One thing about a priest, guys, you have to enjoy wanding. You're playing as a priest. I don't think I've used my wand this much ever on any other class. And they kind of make it an early focal point of the class, too, when they give you this talent, you know? It hits hard. Do a lot of damage with your wand. I think it hits harder than our melee hits. Like, yeah, 100% does. And I wonder if they'll release a solo self-found server. I think that would be cool. I think they should. But I have a feeling they probably won't. I think it would just be, even though the server probably won't like last that long, it'll probably die out eventually. I think it would be cool to have a server where, like, if you hit 60, that other person on that server also like leveled the same way as you, which is solo self-found. Like, they didn't get carried by a bunch of people that power leveled them up, because that happens quite a bit in hardcore nowadays. I think one of the spawns is in wetlands. There's like a crocodile spawn, and all the person has to do is just tag the mob, and then they have like level 60s just kill them. And they never run out of mobs because the spawn always has mobs spawning. So once they slay the last crocodile, another one instantly spawns. So you never run out of mobs to kill. And it's a fast way of leveling up. I don't think you can get to 60 doing that, but I bet there's multiple spawns in the world for, each level. Or maybe they can only get you up to 40. I don't really know about any end game hyper spawns like that. But I do think they'll probably not make a solo self-found server. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I think it'll just be an achievement you can get that you'll be recognized for with like a buff or something like that on the hardcore realms. Here, let's turn these quests in. Not too sure where this patrolling dwarf is. So I guess we'll turn in the blood sausages first. Maybe he's up here.
Welcome to Thelsamar, your home away from home in Loch Modan. Thelsamar is a
nice
nice place, but it's not all beer and salted meat for those who answer the call to duty. If you're willing to face danger in the name of the Alliance, then read the poster outside the Thelsamar branch of the Explorers League.
Hello.
All right. So let's turn this in. I don't think we can learn the recipe yet, but it'll be good to have. I'm all ready to start cooking. Do you have the ingredients for me?
Trust me, it seems a lot harder than it looks. But, I've never known someone to take much interest in the making of sausages. But I'll give you the recipe just in case. Here you go. Mind you eat them fresh.
All right, well, we need to be cooking level 60 to learn this. And we do have some on us. We have 5. And it gives us 4 stamina and 4 spirit for 15 minutes. So pretty damn good. It's a good food buff. All right, guys. Well, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Next episode, we'll probably make our way over to Ironforge, clean up our bags a bit, level up some professions, and then hopefully we'll head over to Elwyn Forest and fight Hogger. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.